from English Department, Class E 2018. Okay guys, now I will explain to you about a summary material of literature. On the first day, we learned about the poetry and the meaning of the poem. And at the moment, I got a poem called A Meeting at Night by Robert Browning. And the poem is the gray sea and the long black land, and the yellow half moon, large and low, and the startled little wave that leap, and fairy relax from their sleep, as again the cove with pushing prow, and queens its speediest last ascent. Then a mile of warm sea-scented beach, 3 files to cross till a farm appears. A tap at the pen, the quick, sharp scratch and blue spark of a lighted match, and a voiceless loud through his joys and affairs. Then the two hearts beating each to each. The poetry meeting at night explain about the journey of a man seeking or towards his love. Stanza first explain the situation of his journey near the coast, with a scan which at the time passed the sun setting half on the sea horizon as in the press, the grey sea and the long black land, and the yellow half moon, large and low, with a stretch of sea with wave rolling around like cools. This can be seen from the press, the subtle little wave that leap, and in fiery ringlets from their sleep. At the second of the poem, he explained about his long journey to be together and to meet. Their souls are like on in the sentence. Then the two hearts beating each to each. Okay guys, and the second is period of American literature materials. One of characteristic of the literature of this school is that the appreciation is more subjective, so that it emphasizes the understanding of the individual. Besides, the discussion style tends to be complex. The famous figures of this area are Ezra Pound with his famous works Ripostes, Hugh Selwyn Mauberley, and the Cantos. Modern names in America is characteristic by the many poems and prose that emerged in the modern period. One of Ezra Pound's poems entitled Make It New, which is so poetic in modernist times with its emotionally dense language. Many great writers in the era are moderns as poets. They gave poetry as one of the characteristics of modern America. The third material is period of English literature. English literature is very diverse, such as varieties and English dialect used throughout the world at countries that were initially colonized by Britain. But even though there are many English literary writers, the works of William Shakespeare remain important throughout the English-speaking world. Drama agenda and title is Romeo and Juliet and Julius Caesar are major works of William Shakespeare. He was an English poet and poet who still longed for many people. Many other Shakespeare's great works that remain intact become a record of world history. The script of the drama he wrote at that time was always eagerly awaited by Queen Elizabeth I. So it was natural that he would become increasingly famous and wealthy. Everyone is waiting for his work. In fact, he is very well known as a tragedy writer after Romeo and Juliet exploded. Other works that also exploded being the box office at the time: Hamlet, Macbeth, Othello, King Lear, Julius Caesar, Antony, and Cleopatra. In fact, before Shakespeare did not have a permanent job and just dabbled in writing dramas, but his work have made a deep impression in a theater and literary life. He successfully expanded the dramatic characteristic, plot, language, and genre in each of his works. The fourth material is phenomenology and criticism. Phenomenology and criticism, the philosophical perspective and method called phenomenology, was founded by German thinker Edmund Husserl. He proposed that consciousness is a deliberate, intentional act. He intentionally didn't mean that it was intentionally done, but always directed at object. In other words, to be aware of something. Phenomenology criticism is often applied spectacularly to the prestige of the Geneva School of Critics, most of whom studied at the University of Geneva, and all of them were hit by friendship, interviews, and their general approach to literature. Plots in dramatic or narrative were formed by event and action, because they are given an order to achieve certain artistic and emotional effects. This seems simple because of action, including verbal discourse and physical means by which they show their moral and dispositional qualities. Plots and characters are therefore